in your life, though, must have been 1935, John, when at the Alvin Theater in New York, you created the role of Sport and Life in Porgy and Bess.
Oh, yeah.
Now, why were you selected for that role of Sport and Life?
I don't know why I was selected for it, and somehow I didn't think I felt, the part was for me, but I found out later it was, because Gershwin took me over to his house and taught me, note for note, each song.
Well, had he seen you perform in
Someplace, he must have someplace.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think he saw me at the Gromage Chinese Theater with Buck and I.
Yes.
During the Gene Hollow days.
This was out in Hollywood?
That's in Hollywood, yeah. That was good days, too.
And then when he was writing Porgy and Bess, and the role of Sport and Life was there, he said, John W. Bubbles, huh?
Yeah. Yes, I was very happy about it after I thought it over. It took time to get yourself into that part.
Now, this was a new experience for John, remember, because, all right, Vic?
Well, I was wondering, what type of a person is George Gershwin like to work with?
Oh, well, it's the type you are to work with him. It ain't the type he is, because he's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
He was a great fellow, he had a lot of tolerance, and it was very congenial,
I think the point here we have to stress to show you how great Gershwin was in working with people, especially John, was this was the first time that John was portraying another character. He had to memorize lines. He was portraying this character where normally he was himself on stage.
That's right.
That's right?
Couldn't read music.
You couldn't read music either?
No, that's why he had to teach me.
I see.
Yeah, it was very nice, too.
Well, Reuben Mamoulian was the director.
Oh, yes.
Was he as patient? Was Alexander
Smallins?
Smallins?
No, Reuben Mamoulian was the stage director.
Yes, that's
and
right.
Alexander Smallins was the musical director.
Yes.
That's right.
Now, did they help you as much as George did? Were they patient with, your
well,
struggles?
They worked right along with George.
They did.
Everything George said they would do for me. Yes.
Well, how did you feel then, John? Here was opening night. This was really a new medium for you in which you were working.
Yes.
It was opera.
Yes, indeed.
What was going through your mind? What were your emotions?
Everything was going through my mind. And nothing was coming out. So it was a wonderful time, though. That song there that we sang, I'll never forget that. The boat song. Yeah, the boat song, yeah.
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
Is it one of your favorites?
Yes.
I'll never forget, on the opening night, it seemed like I was closing on that night we opened,
Why?
Because something very serious happened, And the part there where the policeman come in to take Porgy out to make him look on Crown's face because Porgy killed Crown, And Bess goes out behind the officer and Porgy, and she can't go no further than the gate. When she turns around to come back in the gate, she's supposed to find me sitting on a keg. And she's saying, the opera's going on, don't stop. She's singing, Sport and Life, they're going to make him look on Crown's face. And then I say, they're going to lock him up in jail. And she says, lock him up, Sport and Life, not for long. I said, not for long, maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, maybe. Just like I told you, ain't nobody home now but Bess and old Sport and Life. And that's where the climax was. All of that part I was missing.
What happened? What do you
I
mean
was
you
up in the
missing?
dressing room. Yeah.
You mean what, the assistant stage manager didn't say, John, places, please?
No.
Or
I was up in the room, and when the Strawberry Girl, that was Helen Dowdy, she sang the Strawberries, so she came upstairs and she saw my door open. She said, Sport and Life. I said, yeah. She said, you're on. Man, I came out, grabbed my hat, my coat, I jumped down 4 flights of stairs. When I hit the stage, I heard the music. And I knew they had passed where I was to be. And I listened again, and I dashed on the stage, man, and I just had time enough to read the lines. You're not supposed to talk, you're supposed to sing.
Yes.
But I had to talk this time. And I said, they're going to lock him up in jail, maybe 1 year, maybe 2, just like I told you. Ain't nobody know that but Bess and old Sport and Life.
And this was leading into the boat song.
This was leading into the boat song, yeah.
Brother. And did you begin the boat song in time?
Did I begin it in time? I should say I did.
Oh. John, will you do that for us now?
Would you like to do that?
Yes, we would. You get set up for it
Oh,
here because I want to show the workshop a clipping from the Herald Tribune in 1935. And this was written by Russell Krauss, by the way, of the team of Lindsay and Krauss. And the headline reads, Vaudeville's Contribution to Opera, a singer who doesn't read music. And it goes on to describe how Knowing that John Bubbles is a dancer, they capitalized on his ability in the performance of Porgy and Bess. He never walked on the stage, he danced the part completely. And here is a picture, a drawing of John as Sport and Life. Take a look at that. And right now, here is John W. Bubbles as Sport and Life, Porgy and Bess.
There's a boat that's leaving soon for New York. Come with me, that's where we belong. Sister, you and me can spend the high life in New York. Come with me, there you can't go wrong. Sister, I'll buy you the swellest mansion up on Upper Fifth Avenue. And to Harlem we'll go strutting, and there'll be nothing too good for you. I'll even dress you in silks and satins of the latest Paris style. And all the blues you'll be forgetting, there'll be no fretting, just nothing but smile. Come along with me, that's the place. Don't be a fool, come along, come along. There's a boat that's leaving soon for New York. Come with me, that's where we belong.
There it is. Come on, John.
And that's it.
Oh, that sounds awfully
Now
good.
you can imagine if I don't get in there in time enough to do that number, there'll be no reason for Bess going to New York, will it?
No, there'll be no reason for you being in the opera either.
Oh, yes, there's a reason for me being in the opera, but there would be no reason for me to get back into the opera.
Into it again,
Because
yeah.
I would be out from there on in. You know?
They don't sing this song often enough, though, John.
No, they don't. No, they don't. See, the song was made for a love scene where I'm supposed to inveigle Bess to New York.
Mm-hmm.
So when they let Porgy go get out of jail, he comes back home and finds that Bess has left for New York with Sport and Life. So imagine me not getting it back for that part. You know, I cried up in the dressing room after I finished that number. I cried until the finale of the show was over.
Because of what might have happened.
Yes, this man had went all through that music and all this score and everything, and here I was down near the finish and dropped the whole bottom out of the show. Ooh, I couldn't think of how I could ever live after that.
I think you were born under the right sign, John, because everything worked out all right.
It sure did. It sure
Well, you
did.